because of the train. You were dropped and we were like, we miss you. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 4 of Destined. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very excited. My energy is sky high. Literally, Sydney was just like, you are excited about everything right now. And she is right. I'm so excited about everything because honestly, the past few days with all of you has been so freaking fantastic. And I just feel like yesterday landed for y'all. Like it really landed. You know, when you run a training or you hold a training and you're like, did they get what I meant? Yesterday freaking landed for you guys. And that makes me so excited. Okay, so welcome. I'm so grateful that all of you are here. I am so grateful for the time that you have spent with me, for the time that you have spent on yourself, okay, to develop intimacy with money, to work on your relationship with money, to work on your relationship with yourself as well, because this work matters. I don't think I said this throughout the training yet, but it's really crazy how much so many of us avoid money when it's like this is a relationship that begins day one. As soon as you pop out of the womb, you have a relationship with money. Why? Because there's subconscious beliefs that are getting created for you because of how your parents hold money or see money or experience money, because of how your grandparents hold money, see money, experience money. You know, I had one of these very good friends that her grandmother she was raised during the war. So for her, it was like if you had moldy cheese, you're cutting off a part of that cheese. Like my friend would like throw out the moldy cheese and she'd pick it out. She'd cut off the moldy part and then throw the thing back in the fridge. And she's like, I grew up in the war, man. What are you doing? Like that, you can still eat this, right? Yeah. It's the same, right? So these beliefs, and that's money. Like there's rationing, that's money. So these beliefs start for us at the very beginning. Like as soon as we come into this world, it starts developing, and our relationship with money becomes one of our most intimate relationships. And it's so incredible. Our relationship with money is so incredible because it can teach us so much. It can teach us so much about how we view our own value, how we receive, how we view our own worthiness, how we experience like ourselves. Like there's so many things that you can learn from this relationship, just like there's so many things that you can learn from a partnership. Oh my goodness, I'm loving seeing all of Elena's comments. I like want to open the chat, even though I'm like, will I get distracted? Maybe, but that's okay. We're having an excited day. Oh, my grandma's same. My mom was the same. Also, if we can do it ourselves instead of buying, we will spend hours instead of buying that. Yeah, spend hours. Yeah. Okay. So over the past 3 days, I'm gonna give you a little recap just in case some of you missed it, or in case like day 1 didn't land or day 2 didn't land. I'm pretty sure day 3 landed, but if day 1 or 2 didn't land, I know for myself, day 1, my energy felt a little funky. And I was speaking to everybody in my community, and they were like, something's off today energetically. What's going on with the stars? I don't know. But my energy was like, what's going on here? I feel strange. So day 1 may not have landed for you, but that's why we're doing these recaps as well. And I'm always open to chat more with all of you. So on day 1, we talked about your relationship with money. So we talked about the patterns that were coming up in your relationship. We talked about, the beliefs that you were having, around money. So money is evil, money is bad, money is for other people, it's not for me, I'm not worthy of money. Like whatever those beliefs were that were creating these patterns within money. And you guys remember me talking about like how the beliefs that we have about ourselves create our environment, because these beliefs and these identities want to be validated. They want to be validated and reflected back to us. So if you believe that you're not worthy of money, that's going to be reflected back to you. If you believe that money is evil, you're going to have all of these stories and situations that are surrounding you showing you that money is evil. showing you that people that have money are bad if that's what you believe. So we released these beliefs, or at least some of them we shrunk the beliefs, so that we could replace new beliefs, right? So that we could replace them with beliefs of like, no, when money's in my hands, I do good with it. Like, I do good with it. And I know that I know that Louis loved something I said, and now I'm like, I don't even know what it was because I was just like going. But yeah, like when money is in my hands, I do good with it. When money wants to be around me, not um, because of what I do, but because of the power that I hold, right? So this is what we talked about on day one. On day two, we talked about being able to be a vessel for money. So we talked about masculine and feminine energies and how we moved out of this underdeveloped or disempowered masculine energy that had been where money was hanging out for a long time, that put money in a box, okay, and wasn't really letting it move. And now we're moving into this more feminine way with money, right? Like money's moving into this feminine energy of flow. It's becoming more flow. We're seeing more money in more people's hands rather than just 1% of people, right? Because that 1% was hoarding it. That 1% was only passing down to the people that were in their family line of how to hold it, of how to attract it, right? And a lot of the time it was to control. And I'm not saying everybody that has money was doing that. What I am saying is that within the world for a very long time, it was this underdeveloped masculine that was holding money and that was influencing where money was going. And it was being used to control. It was being used to manipulate. It was being used to divide. It was being used to separate people. It was being used in all of these different ways. And it's so interesting that I keep saying the word used. Like it's so interesting because to me, when I think of used, I think of abused, right? Like used and abused. Um, is that the hold your head up, keep your head up, moving on? I don't think that's the song. Anyways, it was being used and abused, right? And that is like those are all literal behaviors of abuse, interestingly enough, right? And I didn't even plan to say that today, but it's very interesting to me, the control, the domination, the separation, the manipulation, like this is the underdeveloped masculine, and this is what money was being used for, and money was being abused. So now we're moving into this feminine energy, or at least we all are, and money's coming with us. Money's like, hell yeah, honey, that's way better. I don't fucking be with these fools anymore. So, so we're moving to this other space where money is becoming this vessel for our pleasure, becoming this vessel for our love, becoming this vessel for our self-expression, becoming this vessel to create community, becoming this vessel for our vision. And like that is very different. I am a vessel, right? Then I am being used. So this is what we talked about on day two. And I think that one was a really, really, really good day in terms of the breath work, right? Like we spent a lot of time breathing through this because I wanted you to anchor into your vision. What is your vision for you? What is your vision for money? What is your vision for you two together? How is money going to be a vessel for your vision? Right? And that was what we got into onto day two. Then day three, we had the gift. I love all of these names. I love naming things. Um, the gift was all about Sydney's just dying laughing at me right now. The gift was all about the giving energy and the receiving energy and clearing up these frequencies or cleaning up these frequencies because they were more in these shadow frequencies. And I was telling you guys that essentially what's happening is physically in my masculine, because the masculine is the physical. My giving is landing. It's landed. My receiving, it's landed. You gave to me. Oh my gosh, great. Thank you. I gave to you, landed. What wasn't happening was there wasn't the energetic landing. And that's because we were missing the energetic landscape. Our channels were not fully open. They were open, but they were filled with muck, filled with guck. So we had to remove this muck, kind of scrape it out, scrape it out, scrape it out, so that we could actually fully receive and actually land the receiving fully in the energetic wise as well, not just the physical. And same thing with the giving. And we talked about this because a lot of us have moved from this space, especially women, of when you give to me, I can't actually receive because I need to give something back in return. I owe you something. There's always a catch, right? This is what we've learned time and time and time again. You have to give, you have to be a good person. People give. That's what makes sense. Right? So this is what we worked through, because not only did this taint your giving and then also create an identity of I'm an overgiver, and also we talked about the guilt that can come behind giving, and actually moving from that energy of I'm giving to you out of guilt, or I'm giving out of giving to you to get something in return, right? That's tainted giving. That is not pure. That is the muck in the guck that we want to get the fuck out of here, okay? So that we could really actually open up this giving channel. And then same thing with receiving. So we did that same thing. We looked at, okay, where am I receiving and I'm feeling guilty? Sydney brought that one up. I didn't even bring that one up. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Like I've had moments when I've received and I'm like, oh, I feel uncomfortable. I feel guilty, right? We talked about receiving and not feeling safe. We talked about receiving and not feeling worthy. We talked about receiving and moving into like, okay, I have to give something back right away. Like let's, and not even actually allowing yourself to receive. So we cleared that out as well, so that you could actually open up fully, like clear out these channels so that you can fully receive. And when you actually allow yourself to receive, there is an energetic byproduct that comes out of it. And that energetic byproduct is what the other person gets to experience. And funny enough, it's like when I receive, you receive. Like that, I think that might have been what Louis was talking about that I said. When I receive, you receive. And when I truly allow myself to receive, it's like you're there with me and you get to be in this pleasure with me. You're like, oh my gosh, like this is the best thing ever. You're right. Like I loved giving this to you. I loved that you look so happy, you look so joyful, you look so grateful, you look so excited. Like, and you look so like in pleasure, like, and I'm right here with you and I get to experience this energetic byproduct. And that is what we talked about on day 3. So if you are watching any of these later on, #replay me. I want to know. Let me know what came up for you. Let me know what breakthroughs you had. I want to get to know you guys, like I can talk in front of a microphone all day, but the point of this is so that we can actually create community and so that you feel supported within this community. This isn't just the Alex show. This isn't just the Sydney show. Like you guys matter. So I want to hear about your breakthroughs. I want to hear about your life. I want to hear about, what you're working towards, what your vision is. Okay. So today, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. I'm like drying out my mouth because I'm so excited. Today, we are going to move through the time warp. So today we want to close the gap between you and time and money. And how do we do that? So there are 3 parts to this. Such a cool name. Thank you, Elena. I love naming things. People always tell me the names that you have for things are so cool and so crazy. Like they like don't always make sense, but I'm like always here for it. I'm like, thank you. It's just they come to me and I'm like, that's what it's gonna be. And it doesn't always make sense, but that's what it's gonna be. And that's the feminine, babes. That's the feminine. So how do we do that? We have 3 kind of key parts to this, including what we've already moved through. Okay. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to detangle certain things with money. So what's happened for a lot of us is we've put conditions on money. So on my relationship with money, I've put a condition. So whether it's I have to be fully in love. I have to have a healthy partnership in order for money to come in. I have to, have money right now in order for more money to come in. I have to, um, you know, like what are other ones? I knew somebody actually that was like, um, I worked with her, and she was like money will come in once I lose weight. So for a lot of us, there's like a once it happens, or it's if this happens, then money won't come in. So if, I call in sick, then money won't come in. If I, um, am physically ill, then, and my health is really bad, then money won't come in. If I'm moving through a divorce, or I'm struggling within my partnership, then money won't come in. Okay. So these are the stories that get created. And I really want you to figure out, like, what conditions have I put on me and money? Do you have this condition of like, I need my house to be clean in order for money to come in? I need to do yoga 5 times a week in order for money to come in. I need to upgrade my wardrobe in order for money to come in. If I'm not doing the busy work, then they won't come in. Chantel, this is so big for you. Yeah, I need to be doing in order for money to come in. But how crazy is this, right? Like, I understand why this gets created. I completely understand, like, especially with the time, with the health, with the love, like, because this is what has happened in society. Like, we had a society where it was like, if I'm not in love in a partnership, then there will not be a man supporting me. If I, even back all the way in history when we had dowries, like, I can't touch my fucking money until I marry someone. So this has been like ingrained in our freaking DNA for a very long time. Same thing with like the health and the time. Like, if I miss work, I only get so much PTO, I only get so much sick days. If I miss work and I am sick, then money won't come in. Again, this is such a linear way of seeing money. And this has happened like this. This is for everybody. And there's a reason why the people that have, were born like with money have typically end up still having money later on in life. Like, born into money, they have money later on in life because they know that it's always going to come back. They know that it's not a reflection of their value. They know that, like, if they lose it again, that it's going to come back. If they're sick, doesn't matter, it'll still be there. Right. So this is why so many people that grew up with money don't struggle with money as much as people that have not grown up with money, because for them, there's a lot less conditions, or at least very different conditions around money. Um, and I know for myself, like, I've had these conditions around health. Like, I have to be healthy in order for money to come in. And I experienced that, like, I had glandular fever for 2 months, and I think I had like 6K come in over those 2 months. But before that, I was making almost 20K months. So I completely like allowed the me being sick to be a story, right? But money is energy, and energy is always moving, and money can come to you in any way, shape, or form. So there's so many different ways that money can come to you. Like, money can come to you as like a tax benefit. Money can come to you as an income tax where they screwed it up and then they're giving money back. Money can come to you in as like inheritance from somebody that you didn't even know, or maybe a family member that you do know. Money can come to you on the fucking street. Like I said with Sydney's story, Sydney found $700 on the street when she was like, what, you were like 10 years old, Sydney? Yeah, like very young. Just found it on the street. Money can come to you just because like someone's like, you're just an incredible human being. I remember when um, I think I was like 8 years old. And I don't know who here's from Canada, and I don't know if outside of Canada knows that this store, but there was a store called Zellers. Does anybody know Zellers? Okay. So it's similar to the Bay. Do you know the Bay? Is that another just Canadian company? not Canadian companies. Okay. Zellers. Chantel, what do you think Zellers could be referred to as, like a TJ Maxx, maybe? I don't know. It would, no, yeah, like a TJ Maxx. Okay. So it would be like kind of like that. So it was like a department store, but they had like a restaurant there. And I remember at this point, we had very little money. That, at this point in my life, like we were having, I think it was $12,000 a year for 3 kids. And that was crazy. And like my mom was working, like it was just insane. And we were at Zellers and we would always go to Zellers. This was my favorite thing. We would get these like deep fried like chips, like potato chips. So they'd be these super thinly sliced potatoes that were deep fried. And then they would have like this Southwestern ranch sauce. And every time we went, I'd be like, I'm so pumped for this. This is the best thing because we're just going to window shop. And then I'm going to like try all these things. And I'm just going to have so much fun and play around on the bikes and the scooters in the store. And then people are going to be like, get off of those. And I'm going to be like, I can't buy them, but I'm having a great time. Like, don't you see? And then we're going to go to the restaurant and then we're going to eat these. And I always looked forward to this. And when I went there the one day, it was crazy. This man blew my mind. I went over to this older man and his wife, and I was just chatting with them. I was that kid. Okay. I was that kid that was like, yes, that's my day. And that's just like how I feel. And Max did this, right? Like I was that kid that just had so much to say. Okay. Like I was like, I'm just like life, And I was telling this man my story, and he gave me a toonie. So in Canada, that's $2. I know that, in the US, you have like $1 bills, you weirdos. We have coins. So we have like a toonie and a loonie. Loonie is $1 coin, toonie is a $2 coin. And this toonie, he gave it to me. And I was like, why is he giving this to me? Like, what did I do? But I held that toonie and I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, the possibilities. Oh my goodness. A whole $2. Y'all don't even know what I can do with $2 at this point in like the 2000s, man. You don't even know. I could get a jawbreaker, and the big ones. I could get the big jawbreaker and I could lick it all day until I got to the core. I could go and I could get a freezy. I could get 2 freezies from the store, probably more. I could go to the store and get all of the candy. I could get like the pink bubble gum, but then I could also get the Hubba Bubba roll stick that was like, you know what I mean? And then I could also get the yo-yo that was like 50 cents. There were so many possibilities for my little brain. I was so excited. I went to my mom and said, look at this. Look at this toonie that I got for doing nothing. Okay. I didn't do anything. But you know what it was? This man just loved my energy. But the point of this story is that money can come to you in any way. So we've been looking at it so linearly. We're like, okay, when I work and money comes, the end. But it can come in all of the different ways. Like maybe somebody's like, wow, the experiencing you like has been just so incredible. Here's a $50 tip, Maybe somebody's like, there's just so many endless possibilities. Maybe you put on your jacket from last winter and then you're like, holy shit balls, there's $150 in my jacket that I did not know was there. Money can come to you in all of these different ways. So moving it out of this linear way, moving it out of this box, moving it out of this, it has to be in this time frame. Detangling money and time is so important. Detangling money and love, detangling money and health. The biggest thing I want you to detangle is money and your value. Again, this is why so many people that were brought up with money don't feel like money is a reflection of their value. But those of us that did not grow up as much with money do struggle with that. right? I don't want to say this is what you struggle with. I'm not going to be like, this is your limiting belief. No, but what I do want to say is that so many of us have struggled with that, right? So I'll rephrase that. So many of us have struggled with that. So detangling this money is a reflection of my value. Money is a reflection of the value of the things that I do. It can be, not all the time. It can be, but money isn't a reflection of my own value. Right? So detangling this is going to seriously close the gap between you and money. I can I don't want to guarantee, but like I have seen it time and time and time again where so many of us have attached that this is my value to money. And I've had people ask me like, what is the, like what's the value of my course? What's the value of my product? What's the value of this? And I'm like, I can't answer that for you. Like, you know the value of it. And money is, it's just the number. Like, it's just the number. So this is what I want you guys to kind of look through today. That's the first thing. Do you believe that you need to be healthy for money to come in? Do you believe you have to be like in a good space in your partnership for money to come in? Do you believe that, you have to like the situation with time, okay? Like sit with this. Like Chantel said, if I'm not doing the busy work, then money won't come in. Okay, so you believe that. So we want to detangle that because money gets to surprise us. Money gets to love us. Money gets to freaking court us. You know what I mean? Like it gets to. It gets to surprise us. It gets to come in all of these mysterious ways. It's not just linear. That is the old way. We are in a different way now. We are moving into this more feminine. Okay. And the second thing is creating this energetic landscape. So we already touched on this a little bit yesterday, right? So we talked about being open to receive. This is huge. Like, this is so important, and having space to receive. So many of us are like, okay, I'm ready to be a millionaire. I'm ready to be a millionaire. Money loves me. Money is coming to me. Huzzah. And they say the affirmations and it doesn't work. And that's because you're full of shit. You are not believing what you're saying. You're saying words and they're not landing energetically. So, in order to be truly open to receive, you have to actually create that space. You have to actually be open. You have to actually allow. Is there space for money to land in your life, or are you blocking it? Is there space for money to come into your life, or are you being like, no, but this reason, or this is going on here, so money can't come in. Like I said, I'm moving through something with my partner, so money can't come in. Okay, boom, block, there's no space. I'm sick. Let me tell you, my ass did this. I'm sick, so money can't come in because I won't be able to support my clients the way that I desire. Boom, money didn't come in. Not, at least not in the way that I desired. So creating this space is real, and when you create this space, you're creating this energetic landscape. And this is why we talked about receiving and why we talked about giving, is creating this energetic landscape for money to come in, for money to respond to. Because remember, the world is responding to your own energetic landscape that you are creating. You have issues with your partner, that is most likely, and nobody wants to hear this, but that is most likely a reflection of the energetic landscape that you have created. You have issues with your manager, again, most likely, not even most likely, it is. They're reflecting your own energetic landscape. They're reflecting the own standards that you have for yourself and how you treat yourself. They're reflecting the standards that you have outside of yourself and how you desire to be treated. So the same thing happens with money. Money is responding to your energy. And a lot of us think, okay, well, if I just push harder, if I just push more, yes, money might come in. I'm not going to lie because I've done it. Sydney's done it. Most of us have done it where you do the push and you're like, great, money came in. Okay. But is it sustainable? No, because my body can't handle this. No, because I don't actually have the space to sustain this. No, because I'm not ready to quit my job. I'm not ready for that. Maybe you're saying like, okay, I'm ready for money to come in and I'm ready for this much to come in. Okay, it's going to be 7K. Okay, 7K. You want 7K to come in, but you work 60, 70 hours a week. So if 7K comes in, maybe you have one-on-one client, two one-on-one. I don't know how much you guys are charging your clients. Maybe you have three one-on-one clients or something, or you sell a masterclass, whatever. 7K comes in. Are you going to be able to sustain that? You can do anything. I believe in you. But are you going to be able to sustain the people that you just signed on? If you are working 60 or 70 hours a week already somewhere else. And maybe you're a projector and you're working 40 hours and you're like, fuck, this is way too much. But do you actually have the space? Are you actually going to be able to sustain it? So this is the energetic landscape. There has to be space for money to land. There has to be space for money to land and for it to continue to land, for it to be sustainable, for you to be able to continue holding it. So for myself, it was the issues with the health, but it was also like not having the boundaries that I desired because I'm a line 3 and this is my learning by doing, and not having the boundaries that I desired with clients, and then over giving to my clients because I was the overgiver. Ugh, that was the story I created. But again, they were responding to my energy. If right off the bat I said, these are the boundaries and I'm holding the boundaries, what are your boundaries? Great, holding it, boom. Then there's no room for confusion. They're responding to my energy. I hold it. Okay. And this happens in all of your relationships. Okay. Let me just check what Elena said. My parents had a lot of money, but never spent it and always only gave us little. Oh, or as presents instead of something from the heart. So had the strangest relationship with money, preferring to have love and at the same time putting it on a pedestal. That's really interesting. Thank you for bringing that up, Elena. I think that this is something that this gets taught in all families. Put money on a pedestal. So people that grew up with money, people that didn't grow up with money, money gets put on a pedestal most of the time. My dad would say, well, we're rich in family. And it's true, we were rich in family. I mean, not with him, but with my mom and my brother and my sister. But he used to say that, but then he would put money on a pedestal, and same thing like it's in all families. And I can only imagine how much money gets put on a pedestal when you grow up with money, right? Like when you grow up with that and it's like, okay, well, this is really important and you have to act a certain way, you have to look a certain way because we have to keep up this particular way of living, or we have to keep up this particular what is the word, picture. Picture. And it's so interesting, like Elena, I have experience, and this is what's so interesting with the underdeveloped masculine, and like how this has impacted, our situation with money. It's like it's so scarcity mode, like I've dated someone where like going into his house, like one freaking piece of artwork in his house could have paid for my whole university degree. But when I say that this man never wanted to spend a penny on me, and I spent so much of my money on dates together and stuff like that when I was younger, I think I was like 22 or something before I started doing all of this work. Um, it was wild. Like, and I was like, you literally started your own business and your dad offered to pay you as if it was a full-time job so that you weren't like slumming it, And and it was so interesting to see, and it was really interesting to experience as well. Like, his mom met my family and called us trash. Like it was, and like, because we didn't grow up in money. And it was just, it was so, so interesting to have that experience. And I'm really grateful because it showed me that like not everybody's like this. Like I saw, instead of seeing it as like, okay, everybody with money like this is how they behave, it showed me like, no, not everybody's like this. And I'm going to be the people that aren't. On my way to making millions, I'm going to treat people with respect and love and compassion. And I'm going to treat people like they are my equal because they are. I am not better than anyone, and they are not better than me. And that is how I teach leadership as well. Thank you for bringing that up because I think that putting up money on a pedestal has been a huge thing for a lot of people, and it's very, very important to talk about. And that's something that maybe I'll pop in the next training. Okay. So many of us are these heart-centered leaders, heart-centered business owners, entrepreneurs, and part of this energetic landscape is also expanding your capacity to hold more. So another reason why I lost a lot of money was my capacity to hold it wasn't there. So this is what I was saying with the sustainability. My capacity to hold it, like it was just, it wasn't there yet. And that's because I hadn't I hadn't allowed myself to experience a lot of the pain that was still there that had to be experienced. Because when we look at this, like pain and hurt and sadness and anger and all of the and grief, like all of the uncomfortable emotions are over here. But this is a mirror, right? On the other side of this mirror, or on the other, yeah, on the other side of this mirror, it's like, okay, we have on the other spectrum, we have pleasure, we have joy, we have gratitude, we have love, we have excitement, we have all of these beautiful, we have sensuality, we have sexuality, like we all of these incredible emotions. I and so many of us, I allowed myself to probably be here, but there was still this much that I didn't allow myself to feel yet. This much pain that I was like, no way, Jose, I don't want to do that. And I had to learn that. I lost a friendship. I lost a client. I had to feel the pain of that and allow myself to feel the pain of that. And when that happened, I was able to also add it on this side and increase my capacity for pleasure, for joy. Because what happens on this side happens on this side. The more I expand this side and my ability to hold the pain, my ability to tolerate pain, and my ability to hold the hurt, to hold the betrayal, to hold the sadness, to hold the grief, to hold the anger, to hold the confusion, the greater my ability to hold everything on this other side. Because the capacity is it's not just, okay, we grew on this side, like it's growing and growing and growing and growing and growing on all sides. Right. So this was really important for me in terms of the expanding your capacity. And those of you that know me, like I have a tattoo that I got. Apparently, I was very wise when I was 19 years old. I have a tattoo that I got when my brother was in his coma before he passed away. And this tattoo says, "There is more." Because I was like, there's more. There is more for me than this moment of pain that I'm feeling right now, the depth of pain that I'm feeling right now. And I didn't realize like how actually profound that statement was until probably like a year ago, maybe, where I was like, holy crap, like this is true. There is more. There's always more. There's always more. I am enough. And also I get to have more. I get to be more. There's always more potential. There's more within me that I can tap into. There's more love that I can tap into. There's more joy that I can tap into. There's more money that I can call in. There is always more. And this is the capacity. I get to expand my capacity a little bit more. I get to expand my capacity a little bit more. I get to expand my ability to receive a little bit more. I get to expand my ability to give a little bit more. And when we do this, money's like, hell yeah, sister. I want on the more train. Like money's like, I'm in. I'm in, like, let's go. I'm in. And as you become more, everything else becomes more in your life. So more money does come in. So if you are moving through something that's very difficult right now, just a reminder that like this is preparing you for the more. This is it may feel like darkness, it may feel like just the most amount of pain you've ever felt, but when you are able to hold that pain, to be with that pain, to feel that pain, on the other side of it, you are also able to hold that extra pleasure, more of that joy, more of that gratitude, more of that happiness, more of that peace, more of those pleasurable moments. Like this is the work. This is the work. And so many of us, because we have been in the masculine, we are like, fuck no, I'm avoiding the pain. I don't want to feel the pain. And this is why so many of us haven't really moved. It takes courage. It takes courage to hold the pain. It takes courage to feel the pain and not just push it away. It takes courage to make the decision that might cause the pain. It takes courage to trust people and tell them your true feelings. Thinking, feeling and thinking, oh man, they might be upset about this. So when we do this, money wants to come in and more wants to come in, whatever it is, not just money, like more love wants to come our way because it's like, yes, you can hold it. More joy wants to come our way because yes, you can hold it. And I know you're going to appreciate it. I know you're going to recognize it when it's there, when I'm here. Joy, like we're able to see from a different lens when we grow our capacity. Okay. So numero 3, the last thing, darlings. I would be remiss if I just said this was all energy. Okay. I can say this all day. We can kumbaya by the fire and chant to the money gods. And that's a great time. And also, there is this actual action that has to take place. There is an aligned action. So when I said the feminine is the vision, she holds the vision, she creates the vision. The masculine is the one that takes action and towards the vision, that takes the aligned action that moves, that moves the pieces, the chess pieces. Like the feminine is like, okay, we're playing chess. This is the end result. This is who's going to win. The masculine is like, great, this is the end result. This is when it's going to happen. This is, this is the person that's winning, whatever. The masculine, sorry, is like, okay, I'm going to move my horse here, and then I'm going to move my king here, and then I'm going to move my pawn here, and then I'm going to fuck up their king with this one, but the queen's still there. We got to take down the queen, and we're going to do the L. Can you guys tell I don't play chess? So, and the knight and the this, okay, but he's the one that's doing. He's the one that's like the moving, the making it happen. But the feminine is the one that holds the vision. So in order for you to bring in that money, I have to have a vision. I have to have a vision for me and money. I have to have a vision of what money is going to be a vessel for. Is it going to be a vessel for this retreat center? Is it going to be a vessel for, what Chantel said, getting this place by the lake on like this plot of land? Is it going to be a cottage? Is it going to be like a weekend getaway? Is it going to be like, what is it? What is the vision? What do we want? Is it you getting a new place with your kids and dancing together around the fire and playing frisbee and then walking down to the beach and then watching the sunset? Like, what is the vision that we are working towards? And we're going to allow the world, we're going to allow money, we're going to allow God, universe, whoever, to surprise us along the way as we take this aligned action. But we also have to take the aligned action. We also have to make the scary moves. We also have to activate our courage. in order for that vision to come into reality. There is this responsibility that has to be taken. I'm responsible for my vision. I'm responsible for taking the steps, making the hard decisions, showing up in my life so that my vision becomes my reality and I am living my dreams, because I wasn't here to be mediocre. You weren't born to be this meek, like unpowerful, I don't know why the word jester came to mind, but you weren't born for that. You were born for greatness. Or else, what's the point? Literally, what is the point of being alive? Your life gets to be great. You get to move towards your vision. And when you get there, I promise you, it'll be greater than you even could have ever imagined. You get to do this out of a space of desire, out of a space of pleasure, out of a space of love. But you are responsible for it. You are responsible for creating your vision, for making it happen, for taking the steps and allowing the universe to surprise you along the way. Nobody else is responsible for that. So no one else is responsible for that. I just want to double down on that. No one else is responsible for that. No one else is your savior. No one else is the hero in your story. You are. You are the one. You're the heroine. You're the heroine, the hero, the one that overcomes, the underdog. You're her. So commit to her. You're responsible to her. No one else is responsible. And I wanted to include this in the training because I've seen time and time and time and time and time again, people, blaming other people for their issues, blaming other people for them not getting what they desire, whether it's money, whether it's love, whether it's support, whether it's whatever it is. My husband doesn't do this. My friend doesn't do this. My whoever, my boss doesn't do this. My parents don't do this. It's their fault. 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 You choose. I want to empower you today to understand that you choose. No one is your savior. And same thing with being in this line of work. We've been taught that, we have to be people's saviors, and that's why people want to work with us. And there was a time when I would make my marketing in that way, and it was disgusting. It felt gross. And guess what happened? I attracted people that would pay me, but then saw me as their savior. And if they didn't get the results that they desired because they put all of their results onto me rather than taking responsibility, what ended up happening? Well, it's your fault, Alex. Cue the Reddit threads. This coach totally sucks. She's a scammer. This person, scammer, scammer, scammer. Scammer Kim, scammer, whatever. Scammer Susan, whatever the fucking people say. I don't even watch, So this comes in. So you are responsible for your vision. And this is why I talk so much about leading yourself first. Because when you lead yourself first, you're going to see that in other people and you're going to treat people in that way. Your messaging is going to change. The way that you talk to people is going to change. The way you communicate with people is going to change. The way you interact with people is going to change because you're going to be speaking to the power that's within them rather than the way that they're acting in the moment. I'm going on a little bit of a tangent. So coming back, your vision. Okay. This is the feminine and aligned action is the masculine. So you need both. And when you work with all of these three things that we talked about today, you will see changes it's compounding. So I'm not going to say right after the training, money's going to come in to your bank account and it's going to feel super fucking magical. And it's going to be like 25 grand. And you're going to be like, thank you, Alex. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying is it's compounding. You're going to have to continue to do this work to open yourself with this receiving. You're going to have to continue this work for creating this feminine energetic landscape for yourself. You're going to have to continue this work for allowing yourself to reach these levels of pain and hold these levels of pain and tolerate these levels of pain so that you can be on the other side of holding those levels of joy, of holding those levels of great gratitude, of holding those levels of excitement, of joy, of let me repeat all three, of joy, of gratitude, of happiness, of peace, of pleasure. You're going to have to work on both energetically, physically, like in the physical world. You're going to have to practice. It's compounding. So there's going to be times where you're going to do this work with yourself. You're going to sit, you're going to contemplate, you're going to, allow yourself to feel the pain. You're going to allow yourself to feel the pleasure. Oh, the pleasure. And then there's going to be times where you're going to have to put this into practice. Am I allowing myself to receive right now? They just gave to me. What's coming up right now? What's coming up right now? Do I feel like I need, my body feels strange. My body feels strange. I feel like I need to give something back. I feel guilty. You're going to have to move through that and sit with that. And it's going to be practice as it's happening. But the more you practice, the more you take the time to do these things, the more you integrate this work, the more you will see changes in your life and how people give to you and how money comes to you and how you even view money. You're going to start viewing money where it's like, I got $5 that I didn't expect. And oh my gosh, this is like Alex's toonie. There's so many possibilities for this $5 that I didn't expect. Oh my God, it came out of nowhere. What am I going to do with this $5? I'm going to get some gum. I'm going to get some gum and I'm going to go to the park bench. I'm going to sing to myself. Like there's like, we see $5 like, this economy, it's so bad. Everything's so expensive. Being alive is so expensive. Okay, but get creative. What can I do with like this $5 came out of nowhere. Holy shit, first of all, I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh. Like I didn't do any work for this, but $5 just came my way. What am I going to do with this? Am I just going to like hold it? Am I going to spend time with it? Am I going to like get the jawbreaker that Alex is talking about? Right? Am I going to get a couple of pizza slices? And I'm really, this is the best pizza ever because I didn't even really pay for it. This feels like not real money because I didn't have to work for it. So there is this compounding. Like I said, it might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but if you continue to do this work, it will compound. And that brings me to, before we go into the breath work, two of our very incredible containers that we have set up for you guys over the next few months. So the first one is Feminine Reborn. This is a program that came to me in June, I believe. This June. I need to have a sip of my tea. So this program came to me in June 2024. And it was after I had done so much work around my feminine receiving. And little did I know that I had more work to do. And that's why, like, I was like, let's go. I want to release this now. But that's why it wasn't released yet. There was more pain for me to feel. I had to increase my own capacity. And there was more pleasure for me to feel. And I felt it. And it's been incredible. And there was more embodiment that I had to move through. And Feminine Reborn for me is really this program of coming back to yourself, of coming back to the true essence of you, not what the world created, not the you that your experiences were like hardened you or made you feel like you had to be. The you that you truly are. the divine goddess that's inside of you. We are rebirthing her through this program. This program is 3 months, and I think it's 14 calls. They're all live. Some of them are going to be Q&As and deepenings. Some of them are going to be theta healing with S.H.E. Some of them are going to be breath work with me. Some of them are just going to be straight up trainings. But this is for you. If you have been living in this underdeveloped masculine that we've been talking about, if you've been struggling with receiving and you're like, I just want to be able to receive. I just want to be able to have a partner that I feel like fully supports me. I want to deepen my love for myself and have that reflected outside of me. Like, this is for you. If you feel like what Chantel was saying, I have to do the busy work, I have to push, I have to be doing all the time, this is for you. Because we're going to reprogram this part of yourself so that we open up all of your receiving channels even more. We lean into intimacy with yourself. We lean into sensuality. And we reclaim the feminine woman that you are. So those of you that have been struggling with control, those of you that have been struggling with feeling like you always have to push, those of you that have been struggling, that feeling like the world's on your shoulders and nothing is going to get done if you don't do it, and you see this reflected in your relationships, those of you that have been struggling with community, those of you that have been struggling with communication with people that you love, and you're always like, okay, what's happening here? Like, you know, we're not able to communicate, and maybe you move into the passive aggressive, or maybe you move into full aggressive, or maybe you move into silent treatment, or maybe you move into you hurt me, so I'm going to hurt you back. Like, if you have any of these things coming up, then this is the program for you, because this is going to create so much more peace in your life. It's going to create so much more capacity for you to receive love, to receive emotional support, to receive community, because we are a sisterhood. This is the whole point of the program too. Like, we're a sisterhood. To receive people actually seeing you, allowing yourself to be seen. So this is Feminine Reborn. And I would love, if it feels right for you, I would love for you to reach out to S.H.E or me and to chat more about it. If you're like, heck yeah, that's for me, send me the link, then heck yeah, it's for you, and I'll send you the link. But I would love for you to really feel into this. What do you desire? What do you truly desire? Do you desire community? Do you desire to receive from your partner, to receive from money? Do you desire to lead yourself in situations instead of your emotions always leading you in situations, creating not so great outcomes? Do you desire to be proud of the woman that you are and the woman that you're ready to become? This is the woman that we are birthing. This is the woman that we are bringing back to life, that we are sharing with the world, because she's ready. You're ready. So this is Feminine Reborn. This is for exactly who I said it's for. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be a mom, you could be a mompreneur, you could be, you know, a stay-at-home wife, you could, whatever. It doesn't matter what your role is. If this is calling you, then it is for you. And then we also have the vessel. So the vessel, I'm trying to remember when it came to me. I think it came to me a few months ago, 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. And the vessel is a mastermind. This is for entrepreneurs and business owners specifically, okay? Or if you are a CEO, if you're higher up in your company, this could be for you as well. So we are becoming a vessel for love, for leadership, for femininity, for impact, for pleasure, for money, for business. This is what we're doing in the vessel. This is going to be 4 months. You have the mastermind with me, but you also have a program. Here's the thing. For myself, I don't really love going into masterminds and not having something that I can like learn because of my line one. So I'm learning while I'm there and we're having the conversations in the Q&A style, but I also like to do things on my own. That's just who I am. And I know a lot of other people are like that as well. So this is why the vessel has both a program and the mastermind. So you will be moving through the program in the vessel and you will be moving through the mastermind at the same time. And this program is designed so that you can literally become a vessel of impact. You can literally become a vessel of leadership. You're going to learn, okay, how do I lead myself? What does this look like for me? How do I lead other leaders? How do I become somebody that is uh, literally demonstrating leadership where people are like, that's how I want to lead. How do I become that? What does that look like? How does that impact other people? We're going to be talking about the power that you have within you. We're going to be talking about your impact. We're going to be talking about your essence. We're going to be talking about your movement. We're going to be talking about money. We're going to be talking about like you opening yourself up to be a vessel for the things you desire to be a vessel for. This is the feminine. She is the vessel. She is the experience. And she can be a vessel for whatever the fuck she wants to be a vessel for. Someone said to me, I don't even know, 6 months ago, when I was falling in love with someone, and he ended up avoiding me. And one of my best friends, who was a man, said to me, he feels himself deeper when he's with you. He feels his emotions deeper when he's around you. And at face value, I was like, yeah, that makes sense, like, at face value. And the more that I actually sat with that, the more that I realized that I was this vessel that was amplifying it, that was amplifying it wasn't just because I was emotionally safe for him. It was because I was in tune with my own emotions. And it created an energetic landscape for him that made him go deeper into his own emotions, which scared the crap out of him. But we get to do this for everything. You are a vessel. And I think this is even in our freaking DNA. We're a vessel to birth things into the world. We're literally a vessel for procreation, for like literally creating other humans again and again and again. So why can't we translate this to everything else? You're a vessel for money. You're a vessel for impact. You're a vessel for pleasure. And we're going to be leading with this pleasure. You're a vessel for business. You're a vessel for money. So this is the vessel mastermind. You are going to come back to your power. And your personal power is going to be so strong that literally nothing outside of you can ever shake it. Ever. Not money, not a partner, not a bad job, not a bad interact. Nothing can shake the power that is within you because you are the vessel for power. So if you also feel called to work with the vessel, maybe you feel called to do both, you can let us know and we'll see if we can make you a package. I've been thinking about creating a package. But if you are feeling like the vessel would be really good for you, let us know. In the vessel, you get all of these, you get the program and you get the mastermind, but you also get automations with Sydney. You also get Theta Healing with Sydney. You also get me looking at your copy and giving you copy review and recommendations. You also get a strategy call with me. And let me tell you, I am a messaging queen. I know how to help you tap into your voice so that you can speak to your true audience. You guys can feel it from me. My heart is connected to my throat in human design. So that is why. That's what I think it is, but you never know. So there are so many different things that you get with the vessel. We're going to drop both of these links under the video for y'all. And I would really like to see you in one of these, because I know that these have the potential to change your life, especially if we set you up in a way where you already are in this space where you know how to take responsibility for yourself, that you know that you're ready to show up. Like, I feel like I haven't bullshitted you here at all. Like, you're not going to see results if you don't show up. You're not going to see results if you don't practice. You're not going to see results if you don't open. But on the flip side, you will see results. If you do practice, you will see results. If you do open, you will see results. If you do the shifts, if you do integrate, if you do show up. And sometimes those results happen within the mastermind or happen within the program. Sometimes those results happen later on, but they do happen if you continue working at it. And this work is not for the faint of heart. Like, we're not going to be like, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not for the faint of heart. I work with strong women. I work with women that are strong, that are soft, and that are heart-centered leaders. Know that they are here to change the world, that they are here to be big, that they are here to influence the world with the love and the vision that they have in their heart. And that's you. Okay. I feel like sometimes I just like, I'm so here, I'm so passionate, I'm so in it. And then I'm like, whoa, that gave me the shivers. I'm so intense. Okay. So, let's get into the breath work. Are we ready? Ready for the breath work? Thanks for staying with me, gorgeous humans. So I'm just going to bring up the music. The breath work is going to be 20 minutes. I'm just going to grab the music. Alina said, sorry, beauties, train connection problems. No worries, beautiful human. You are missed. If you are watching, hashtag replay me. Those of you that are watching the live or through YouTube, thank you for being here. I almost said submit to the powerhouse, fam. Subscribe to the powerhouse, fam. Subscribe to the powerhouse, fam. We would love for you to be in our community. If you'd love to join the Facebook community, hop on in. We'll have that set up. You can reach out to me, Alexandria Lita Minor, or Sydney Ann Alberta on Facebook if you'd like to. Our names on Facebook are literally these names. We are real people. And we do have a training that is free that's coming up next week called Rising Influence. And this is going to be all around creating a strategy that is unique to you and your dream client, and gaining clarity around your movement and your clients and yourself, so that you can actually move people with your content and make some sales and create the impact that you desire in this world. Because yes, we love money and we want money and it's coming. But what really matters is who you are and the vision that you have and how you want to impact people. Like, that's what matters to me the most. Those are the people. If you're just here for money, I'm not your person. I'm just not. I'm here for love. I'm here for impact. I'm here for leadership. And money is going to follow all three of those things. Why? Because money follows power, not the other way around. Okay. It has now loaded. Let's check-a-roni here. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove one of these songs because okay, so it's 24 minutes. Can you hear me? Oh, never mind. You probably can't because I'm not sharing my audio. Okay. Can you hear both of us now? Me and the music. The music is alive. There's two of us. Okay, beautiful. Sydney just like can't do it with me today. Honestly, I can't either. I'm full of beans. All right, so let's get into the breath. Da, 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 da. Lying down, setting yourself up with a blanket and a pillow, getting a little washcloth for your eyes. Are we still on YouTube, Sydney, or did we disconnect? Just want to double check here so that we don't
Still
get deleted.
live. Do you
Oh,
want me to disconnect?
yes, because I don't know if we'll get deleted if we're live.
Okay.
I think we might. Or actually, do you think that we can do it with the music in the background? I don't think it'll stay up.
I'm not sure. Let's just go ahead and stop streaming and instead of finding
Whatever.
out.
Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, let's get into it. So we'll start off with our grounding. Just coming into your body. Taking a deep inhale in through your nose, feeling the belly expand. And exhale, sighing it out. Another deep inhale in through the nose. Breathing in presence. Becoming more and more present in your being with every inhale. And with every exhale. Releasing anything that is pulling you away from this present. Any lists, any responsibilities that you believe to have, just leaving them at the door so that you can be here. Allowing your body, your being to sink into the earth's embrace. Noticing if there's any of your energy that is outside of your being, whether it's with someone or just directly outside of you. Beginning to call back that energy. So if somebody has that energy, just calling it back to yourself. If this energy is outside of your being, be far off in your aura, just drawing it back towards you. Slowly bringing this energy back. Bringing money into your awareness. Beginning your breath. Belly, chest, exhale. Oh. Oh, breathing here, allowing the breath to meet you. Breathing here. Oh. What do we need to detangle from money? Is it a belief that time equals money? Is it a belief that you have to work harder for money, that you have to be busy in order for money to come in, that money is a reflection of your value? What are we releasing today? What are we letting go of today? Is there a memory? Is there a narrative? Is there a story around money? Money and your health, money and your time, money and love, money and your value. Money is not a reflection of your value. Money is not a reflection of the power that you have within you. You are powerful. What are we letting go of today? I choose to let this go. I choose to let this go. I'm safe to let this go because this belief is no longer serving me. And because it's no longer serving me, it's no longer serving humanity because I'm here to be big and this is making me small. I'm here to live. I'm here to be loud. I'm here to be a leader. And this is holding me back. What is in the way? What is in the way of me becoming truly intimate with money? I choose to let this go because I am safe to let this go because it's not money that makes me safe, it's me that makes me safe. I am here for more. And the more I allow myself to step into this truth, the more things come to me. The more I allow myself to receive, the more things want to be around me, whether it's money, whether it's love, whether it's abundance, whether it's romance, whether it's pleasure. I call back my power from money. I detangle these beliefs around me and money and time and money, my health and money, my love and money, my value and money. I detangle these beliefs. I am worthy of money. Money is not a reflection of my value. I am the power. I am the one. I am the voice. I am the heart. I am the truth. I am the one that changes things, that changes family cycles, that breaks family cycles. I am the one because I choose to do that. I'm willing to do the work to make that happen. I am willing to show up, to hold my power, to be in my power. This belief that money and time are linear, that I have to work hard for money, that I don't do enough for money, that I have to be busy in order for money to come in, that money is a reflection of my value. These beliefs that are here, I release them here and now because I am worthy. I am valuable with or without money. That is just the truth. I own my value. I own my worth. I own my power. This is all inherently within me. Nothing outside of me decides how powerful I am. Nothing outside of me decides my value. Nothing outside of me decides my worthiness. I am the one that chooses this. And when I set the standard within myself, the world follows. The universe responds. The universe responds to my energy. So what is my energy going to be? What is the energetic landscape going to be? What's still inside my channels, my receiving channels? What's still there? I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, I'm not enough, I'm not valuable. If that's there, letting it go now. I choose to let this go. And if there's a memory, if there's a narrative, if there's a story around it, maybe when you were young, somebody said, this is just how it works. Money equals value, and this is your value. Maybe when I was younger, somebody said that, or made me feel like I wasn't worthy of their attention unless I had money. I choose to release these stories now. I choose to either release them or I choose to reframe them so that I am the one that is in the power, because I am the one that chooses my life. I am the one that shows up to my life. I'm the one that lives my life. I am the one that has the power to change things. I choose to change my identities. I choose to change my beliefs. I'm not stuck in these identities. I'm not stuck in these beliefs. I'm not stuck anywhere. I can change at any time. That is what is so powerful about me. And money loves that about me. People love that about me. Love loves that about me. Romance loves that about me. Pleasure loves that about me, because I allow myself to be here and now. Any beliefs that are still here, I release them now. This belief that I have to have love in order for money to come in. I know that's been in my ancestral lineage for millennia, but I choose to let this go because this is not my story. That was their story, but this is not my story. I get to change my story. I get to write my life. I get to choose my life. With every choice I make, I'm the one that creates my life, and the world is responding. So when I change, the world follows. When I move, you move. When I move, money moves. When I move, the world moves. I didn't want to open my heart, no, I didn't want to get too deep. What is the energetic landscape that you are creating? For love to come, for money to come, for you to fully receive. I allow myself to receive, because when I receive, others receive. When I receive, others receive. When I receive, others receive. And I imprint this into my DNA. I recode my DNA, because this is the truth. When I receive, receive, and this is the most beautiful thing. And I wish that somebody taught me this, but nobody did. But I know better now, and I'm going to make this the truth for myself now. When I receive, others receive. When I give, others give. They may not give to me, but they'll give. When I give, others give. When I receive, others receive. These are the truths. When I am already inherently worthy, whether money hangs out with me or not, I already have value, whether money is around me or not. I am already deserving, whether money is around me or not. My deservingness, my worthiness, my value are not contingent on money, are not contingent on anything outside of me, are not contingent on anybody's words that they have said to me, anything that I've experienced in my life. I already have value. I am already worthy. I am already enough. I don't have to always do more in order to be loved, in order to receive, in order for money to come. I don't always have to do more, but I can be more. I can be more in my trust. I can be more in my love. I can be more in my gratitude. I can be more in my pain. I can allow these to move through me. I can allow all of these emotions to move through me, because when I allow myself to feel, my capacity expands. My capacity expands, and more comes my way because I can hold it. I choose sustainability over a dopamine hit. I choose to expand my capacity because I'm here to be big. I'm here to be bold. I'm here to be courageous. I'm here to make the big, scary moves. I'm here to change people's lives. I'm here to change how people's whole timelines unfold. This is what I'm here for. I am here to own it. I already have this power within myself, and I choose to reclaim the power, to own this power. Any power that I've given over to money, any power that I've given to anybody else in my life, I choose to take this power back because it is mine. No one and nothing has power over me. I am one. I am the one. If there is a perceived, if I think people have power over me, I'm just giving them my power. No one has power over me. Keep breathing. Oh. If there's anything else that needs to be released, releasing it now. Maybe there's still this connection between money and your body. I have to be this certain size in order for money to come in. I have to be this certain size in order for love to come in. I choose to release this now. I get to be loved right now because I get to love myself. And when I love myself, love comes outside of me. Any of these beliefs that are still there, I choose to let them go because they're no longer serving me. And if they're no longer serving me, then they're no longer serving humanity. When I receive, others receive. When I receive these new codes, others receive these new codes. When I give back to myself, that gives back to others. That is what is happening right now. I'm giving back to myself. And I promise you, this is going to change other people's lives. When you take the time, you take the energy to give back to yourself, you are giving back to others. Whether it's the next day, whether it's down the line, having a conversation with somebody, you're giving back to other people. Whether it's your kids, whether it's your partner, whether it's a stranger on the street. Keep breathing. I choose to download these new truths into my being, into my DNA. The codes, the truth. When I receive, others receive. When I give, others give. I am worthy of receiving. Money desires to be with me because I do good things with money. I am a vessel. I am a vessel for love. I am a vessel for truth. I am a vessel for community. I am a vessel for money. I am a vessel for pleasure. I'm a vessel for pain. I am willing and I am ready to be a vessel for it all because I know in order to have it all, I've got to be it all. I've got to hold it all. And I know that I am strong enough. I am powerful enough. I am enough to do that. Keep breathing. I am right here with you. You are not alone. You never were alone. Money has your back. I've got your back. God, universe, source, Mother Nature, whatever it is you believe in has your back. There are things out here that are supporting you. There are people out here that are cheering you on. We are here. You are not alone, no matter how much you feel it. Choose to see. Choose to open your eyes and really see just how worthy you are, just how deserving you are, just how valuable your energy is to this world. Slowing down your breath. I choose me. I choose my heart. I choose my truth. I allow myself to receive, because when I receive, the world receives. When I give, the world gives. This is how I change the world. I go first. Keeping the breath for just a couple more minutes, but allowing it to slow down. What does your future look like when you fully embody your power? When you stop shying away from it, when you stop giving it away to other people or money or situations? What does your future look like when you live by the truth that when I receive, the world receives? When I feel, the world feels. When I have the courage to go first, others follow and they come back to themselves. Now this tapestry is on. Are you at peace with every turn? Do you feel home? Now everything has grown. What does your future look like when you live by the truth that there is more for you, more than this moment, more than the hard work, more than the doing? There's more love. There's more pleasure. There's more money. There's more beautiful memories that you get to make. Anchor this in. Anchor in your vision for your future. Releasing the breath and just being in this feeling. You don't have anywhere to go except being here. So allow yourself to receive here and now. Spend the next few minutes in silence, and then I'll guide you out of the breath work. beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, blinking your eyes open and coming back to the screen. And then we'll take a few minutes to share. Whoopsies. Hello, Sydney. I'm just going to unplug that. Hello, Sydney. Hello, Chantel. Sydney, is there anything that you wanted to share? No? We're all processing. And I know, Chantel, you're a processor. So is there anything you wanted to share? No, okay. Well, thank you so much, my loves, for being here. If you are watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. I appreciate the time that you've spent with us, and hashtag replay me so that I can know that you watched it. And it has just been such a pleasure to be able to hold this training with you guys. We still have one more day that's coming up next week. This is going to be on Monday. I'm going to be talking about your manifestation arrow, which I'm very excited about. So your manifestation arrow is in your human design chart. It was not a part of the original design. It came later on. So we're going to talk about how you can use your manifestation arrow within, within creating your destiny, and then watching it unfold for you. So we'll talk about, whether you're a specific manifester or a non-specific manifester. I personally am a specific manifester, so I've played around a lot with my manifestation arrow, and it's like crazy on point. But there is an energetic, there's an energetic aspect to this as well, right? Like we can't just be like, okay, this is going to happen. Like there's aligned action that comes with it. So we'll talk about both the masculine and the feminine energies within that, and what that looks like for your human design. So I cannot wait to hold you guys through this on Monday. Thank you for those of you that have been here for the past 4 days. I'm so grateful for the time that you've spent with me. I know that time is currency, and I appreciate the currency that you've given me, and I receive it. And next week, that is what we have on for Monday. And then we also have a training happening that I spoke about earlier, which is Rising Influence. This is going to be free up until March 14th, and then it will be $55. Then right after the training, it'll go to, on the 16th, go to $555. So it's gonna be free. It's 4 days, technically five, but 4 days in a row, similar to this. And we're going to be really honing in on your strategy so that you can create clarity around your messaging and actually speak to your dream clients, and make like your strategy fun again. Like I feel like so many people have employed these strategies in their business, and they just feels like they have to. So they've really lost the excitement around it. And it's like, okay, but like you made your business for freedom. You created your business like you so that you could be your own boss, so do it your fucking way. It doesn't have to be somebody else's way. We're going to be talking about this next week, and you're going to leave with a strategy that's unique to you, unique to your dream client. And it's going to feel really good because you're going to show up and you're going to go, okay, like this is how I speak to her. This is what they desire. And it's not going to come from this space of lack or this space of scarcity. It's not going to come from this like pain point marketing standpoint either, because to me, like this is what you're going to call in, right? If your pain point marketing, like we just talked about earlier on, is you're going to be, unfortunately, unintentionally, probably, um positioning yourself as a savior or positioning yourself as the hero, and they're going to see you as that. What happens is you're going to end up getting some really great clients, and you'll end up getting a lot of clients that see you as the savior and put the results, the responsibility of the results that they desire onto you. We don't want that. We want empowered buyers. We want people that are ready to do the work, that value your work, and that will show the heck up. Like, that's what we want. And no matter what business you have, even if you have a freaking candle business, like, you want people that are like, I want this candle because this is the most delicious candle and it brings me back to my honeymoon when we were in Maui, and they had this specific candle and they lit it and now I get to remember that. Like, thank you so much, right? Like, that's what we want people to feel. It doesn't matter what kind of business you have. You get to help move people in this way with your content, with your products and your offers. You get to move people emotionally and physically. And this is how we get people to move with money as well. So I'm very excited to share this training with y'all next week. Hello, Deline. Deline? Yeah, Deline. Okay, lovely to meet you, Deline. Thank you for being here. And yeah, thank you to everyone that joined. Deline, I hope that you're able to catch the replays. Um, Today was awesome. It was so good. Just all the days were so good. I'm so grateful. So I am sending all of you my love, and I cannot wait to see you on Monday. You will be receiving emails from me around Rising Influence, and hopefully I'll see you there as well. So I'm sending you my love. Goodbye.